Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, just doing a quick little video to announce the next Moogle treasure trove, the Hunt for Revelation. Now, normally I record these videos for a particular reason, because we actually use these to predict the patch date, but for the first time in, I want to say ever, we have the patch date already as of the recording of this video. Normally these are 4 weeks out from the patch, so 28 days, 4 Tuesdays away. But we already know the patch is December 16th, so the pattern recognition, listen, it's still good to know. We can't expect to know every patch date. It was really a special occasion because Savage was being delayed an extra couple of weeks for the holiday season. But here you go, Moogle Treasure Trove. The Hunt for Revelation begins a week from today, Tuesday, November 18th at midnight PST until the release of patch 7.4. Never done the Moogle Treasure Trove events before. It is fairly simple. You are basically just going to be doing assigned contents that give these bonus tombstones. These are regular tombstones. And then you can buy some different rewards. Here's a few things you can see. That's the dumpling from the booze, I think it's called. It's the one Zero eats with what's his face from the garlic. It had very good food physics is what I remember. That's one of the Gwibbers. Is it the Warrior of Light Gwibber? I think it is. And then we have, I don't even know what minion that is. So event overview, same deal as here, from Tuesday, November 18th until the release of patch 7.4. And then how to participate. The basic stuff, standard, weekly, mini-mog, and ultimogs. I kind of always forget in between these events that they've added all this extra stuff. But you can see all the different dungeons listed here. Zamiel, Ormvale, Pharos, Copperbell, Almego, Amarot, Dead Ends, and then Void Ark. All that stuff. So we do have the standard objectives here. It'll say anything marked with this little Moogle event, as you can see right here. Basically is saying that it will be worth irregular tombstones, so you can do those things and get those little bonuses. Usually is heavily encouraged, especially to get into PvP, specifically Rival Wings mode. Almost always has the irregular tombstone, so it becomes one of the most poppin' times to try that PvP mode when it's otherwise very not poppin', I suppose. Also will not be awarded when using adventure squadrons or duty support. Only available to unrestricted parties if the level sync option is applied, and you must score at least 2,000 points while ocean fishing to be rewarded irregular tomes. Then you have the weekly objective. This will be worth a bunch more, so if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of time but want to collect the rewards, this is a great thing to look at. Then you have the mini-mog challenges, where you can complete one of several objectives. You can see here, we have the hunt, treasure hunting. We have ocean fishing, triple triad, so you could just do, any of these. These objectives can only be completed once per week. Complete one of the 2 objectives to be awarded irregular tomes. Make sure to try your hand at a whole host of different objectives, and then those are updated every Tuesday. And then finally, the once per patch Ultimog challenge, usually just to score more points or to do something slightly more, effort-wise out of these mini-mog categories. So usually not too bad to get out of the way. And then you just claim your irregular tomes from within the compendium for the weekly mini-mog and ultimog challenges. And you'll be unable to claim rewards after the release of 7.45, so make sure you get that done ahead of time. Then it just shows you where the Moogles themselves actually are. Lower Decks, Gridania, and Ul'dah. They're there a lot of the time, so you've probably walked by them a million times. And then we have the actual reward. So we have the Boots earring, which again is that dumpling from the MSQ. That's the new thing. That's the most expensive item. The Porksy earrings, the Gwibber of Light. I'm fairly certain Gwibber of Light, because I'm thinking that there's a lot of light. That wouldn't be Innocence. That wouldn't be, Pretty sure that's the Warrior of Light one. Yeah, Ballroom Etiquette, Excessive Petticoats. I forget where that's from, but I feel like I've sold that a whole bunch. Fashionably Feathered Modern Aesthetics, the Don't Be Afraid Orchestral Roll. That's definitely Shadowbringers. Tinker's Bell, that's the minion from before. Red Mage Barding, Parasol. And then as you go down the list, less and less kind of, I'm not going to say less popular items, but these are items that are usually available more readily. They rotate out the Camwi here. They usually do that. And then there's a couple of other rewards that usually get cycled through here. Quack Quack Clock, Wondrous Parfait, Ivy Curtain, the Warg Pelts, and then all this. Most people don't really spend it on these. Some of them do. Now, if you're looking for something and you don't normally do this, that can be very worth it. MGP Platinum cards are fantastic if you're someone who doesn't like grinding MGP but likes doing the content for regular tomes. 50,000 MGP per Platinum card, so those are really good. On top of that, these maps, if you're someone who really wants to do old world maps, you can see this is a level 70 map, level 80 map, level 90 map, and then the alternate level 90 map for the Elpis maps. These are guaranteed portals. coming out of these. So if you're someone who wants to do a lot of grinding of the older maps, whether that be for achievements or for rewards that people don't really go after anymore and can be quite expensive, these are an excellent, excellent buy. Somebody for an event I just did had a bunch of conceivably special ones, and it was a godsend. They had like 63 of them tucked away or something like that. And that's the other thing. You can carry a lot of these maps compared to our normal maps where you have to do the thing where you stick one in your inventory, you use one, you put one in your saddlebag, one in each of your tank. You don't got to do all that. You just get all this, and at least for the old maps, you can be all set. The rest of this stuff is really up to you. Most people don't really go out of their way to spend unless they just don't have these items and want to add them to their collection in some capacity, especially not the riding maps. Most people ignore those. But yeah, decent set of rewards. I don't really mess around too much with this stuff because I have a lot of the rewards, and I'm not big on getting a new pair of earrings, but I usually walk away with a few regular tomes. That's why I like to make mention of the platinum cards and the maps, because those can be quite tempting if you don't need any of the other rewards. But that is going to be a wrap for my overview on the new Moogle Treasure Trove Hunt for Revelation event. Be sure to grab it. It'll be running for about 4 weeks leading up to December 16th, which is when patch 7.4 hits. And it's going to be an interesting patch. There's a lot promised for 7.4 and a lot promised for 7.5 as well. I was curious to see how it all pans out. But thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned till the next video. Until then.